guys, welcome back to Ralph's Garage. It's been a while. I have not really been making content. As many of you know, I've spent the past year out here in Tucson, Arizona, and while I was out here, I scooped up this 64 GMC, and I've been building it, getting it ready to take a road trip back to New Jersey, towing this 64 Shasta camper. Melissa and I are going to take this road trip together, and I am dropping the truck off now at a military base nearby, and it's going to sit here and wait for me until Melissa and I come back in a couple weeks to start the trip. But I wanted to actually show you around the truck real quick, just to show you what I've done to it. It hasn't been on the channel in a while. I think the last video I made on the truck was when Chris came out and was helping wire it and get it running. A lot has changed since then. I've done a lot of work. I've been diligently working on this thing, getting it ready for the road trip. So I'm going to give you a little quick tour, and probably the next video will be Melissa and I coming out here to get the truck and start the road trip. We have quite the trip planned. It's 6,199 miles if we stick exactly to the course. So we know we're going to go way over that. So hopefully this thing's up for it, but let's take a look at it and see what I got going on. Here we are with the GMC. It's a 64 step side short bed. I LS swapped it with a 6-liter and a 4L80 out of a 2500 work van. We'll take a look in the engine bay real quick. Yeah, looks like it needs a little coolant. That's good, because I just added hose clamp here because I didn't think it was creating suction, and now it sucked it up, so I'll top that off real quick. But what we have here is an LQ4 from a 2500 express van, like work van 2500. I completely rebuilt it. I put a BTR stage 1 truck cam in it. I put some 799 heads on it. I put a Trailblazer SS intake manifold, 92mm Motion Raceworks throttle body. It's got a set of Doug's headers, I think is the brand, and I wrapped them in the heat barrier. That helps keep a lot of the heat out of the cab. I also did heat barrier on the firewall. Big radiator. It's got vintage air conditioning, must have for an Arizona truck. It's got square body heavy duty front brakes, square body rear axle drum brakes. I did a 373 rear LSD, freshly rebuilt. I moved the fuel tank to the back and put this here. This is from a Jeep, so that's where you fill it. And then I have 2 jerry cans mounted on the sides here. I need to get better straps. These are just holding them in place, nothing in them there. I made some brackets for these the other day. They're on there very sturdy. So we'll have 10 gallons of extra fuel with us at all times. I picked up this bed cap. This was someone's chicken coop. We did use the truck with the camper to go camping a few times since I got it running. It has about 5,000 miles on it now, and we've taken the camper camping like 3 or 4 times, and I think twice with the truck. I took it once, and Melissa came out and we went camping with the truck and that. So we towed it up to Flagstaff, up through Sedona, and it did great. We identified a lot of problems. One of the things that we said was we wanted a bed cap just to help us on. So my phone cut off there, but what I was saying was the bed cap, we decided that we needed one of these once we took this camping one time, especially for the road trip. It just gives us a kind of garagey, sheddy storage area for us to live out of, so that we're not junking up the whole camper, because we actually need to live in there and cook in there and exist, and it's pretty small. I did put a Dakota Digital dash in here. This works great. I have Dakota Digital Cruise Control installed, which is wonderful. It works great. And I have a Red Arc trailer brake controller, which is pretty awesome as well. This one has accelerometers, so it detects how hard you're braking, not just that you're braking, and applies the brakes proportional to however hard you're choosing to brake. Works really well. AC vents for the vintage air. This is the Holley Terminator screen. The radio has a aux input. I have door speakers for the radio. And then I also have home stereo speakers back here on either side. And it actually sounds pretty good. For being a little tinny truck, it's pretty good. It's not bad. That's pretty much it. That's all the creature comforts. We have a cooler center console thing, which is Pretty cool. Cup holder works good. And then I put a little basket down there. We'll see how this goes for 6,200 miles. I got the doors to shut decently. I did not get a chance to weld this shut, so we're rolling across country with some tape. That's pretty much the ride. The only thing, I was gonna do a quick walk through the camper. I can show you what we got going on in there real quick, but I'm not gonna do too much on the camper because Melissa and I actually made a video on the camper. So check for that on the channel. Maybe I'll put a link, I don't know. But we'll just pan around real quick in here. So this is pretty much packed up for the road trip and ready for us to come back, scoop it up, and start this journey. It's gonna be pretty intense. I've never driven that far, and I've never been to the West Coast. So I'm also doing it in a vehicle that I pretty much put together off of Facebook Marketplace in Arizona. So that's the truck. I'm gonna lock it up. It's pretty much ready. It's gonna sit here and wait for our return. And we have a little plan to come pick it up once we get back here in Arizona in a couple weeks. And just wanted to show the truck and the camper at night. Right now I have truck off, but it's in reverse. So you see the reverse lights are lit up. And then I added reverse lights onto the camper. And that'll help me backing into campsites at night or anything in general. Also lets people know that I'm backing up. You know, if you're standing here and all of a sudden those lights come on, you're going to assume that this is about to back up and get out of the way. Little safety thing. I have another light for the other side, but I haven't put it in there yet. This is the setup at night.
Where do you come from? Another galaxy. You know they're out there. You know they're out there. You know they're out there, don't you?